Hey guys, I'm going to show you real quick, just adding a new feature to the application. Okay, so I'm trying to add a new feature and I'm in my scene cut app and there's no auto generation right here. So what I want to do is I want to add a section here on the bottom of my page. Right here, I want to show a section where I can add a idea or a tweet and convert that idea or tweet into a script so that the person, if they go to scene mode, they don't have to type in, they don't have to add all these things themselves. Claude code right here, new Opus 4.8. Here we go. And I'm going to explain on the new movie screen. If there is no idea attached to the movie, below the description, we want to add a section that has two buttons. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to describe what I want visually, and then I'm going to explain what the functionality of the design is going to do. So what I'm going to say is I want to add two buttons. One of them is going to be a tweet button. One of them is going to be a idea button, so you can generate a script from either a tweet or from an idea that you have. And I'm going to explain that the buttons are going to show and hide that. So below the description, we want to add a section that has two buttons, tweet and idea. When clicked on, it will display a input box for either a tweet or idea, and it will also show the, let's see what to call this. So in ideas, I'm just open a new tab here, and I have a blank idea. I have these, what is this? Total word scene script template quality, and also show the config settings for that script generation. Settings, options, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Claude is smart enough that it'll figure it out for that script generation, as well as a generate button. And then I want to describe the behavior of what happens when they click on the generate button. When user clicks on generate button, it will, I guess on the idea, it'll just go, okay, it will, how do we want to say it? It will have the same effect and functionality as if the user hit generate on the idea screen. Okay, so here is the full thing. I'm not using plan mode. I'm not using anything else. I'm just doing Opus 4.8 high. And the good thing about this is a lot of the functionality is already there. And what I want to, the success scenario is basically this information here. Title, I don't know. If it doesn't have the title, if it has a title, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. But essentially I want the idea, this total row, words, scene, script quality row, and then the references, and then the save, create movie with AI. This is the stuff that I want to show up. And it's probably going to ask me, do I want to create an idea or create a tweet? It should save this information as either a idea or tweet in the database. And then I have here tweet also, where you can create scripts from tweets. If you click on new tweet, basically it's the same thing. You just copy and paste a tweet URL, select your settings, and then create the movie with AI. You don't really need to save it because it's just a copy and paste. But anyway, I want that to show up here, and if it does show up, then we did a good job with this prompt. So I'm going to hit enter, and then we're going to let it run, and then verify it later after it's done. We're going to verify it after it's done. So I hit enter. We're good to go. One of the things that I like to do when it's done, because the LLMs are getting wordier and wordier like by the day. I do this thing called TLDR, too long didn't read. I'm sure you've heard of it, but if you just type in TLDR, it's super effective. That's all I can say. It is super effective. So look at all this. Why is my nose so freaking itchy right now? Cut that out. Okay, so look at this. Done. This is quite a bit. It's not that bad. Like it's better than normal, but it's still quite a bit of information. I'm just going to TLDR. And you should cut that down to less than half. You added a tweet idea generator to the movie editor, shown below the description when a movie has no idea. New. Generating creates a new movie and navigates to it. The current empty movie stays. Say the word if you'd rather replace it. Should just create the script for the current movie it is in. Let's do that. I also want to make this a reusable component because I want to keep it consistent throughout the database or throughout the application. One of the cool things, I guess, that having awareness of good software development practices is you keep consistency in your application. So you want to keep consistent things in your application because you don't want to be changing two things on different places. So for example, in my application, I have a script generator. I'm generating scripts for short form content. And the scripts, if I'm having multiple generation scripts, like I have one that generates when I'm in a movie or one when I'm generating from an idea, it's like I have two separate pieces of logic that are pretty much doing the same thing. But if I make changes to one and I forget to make changes to another, I'm going to have all sorts of weird problems. And I don't want that. So I want to make sure that I'm reusing the same component. And the reason isn't because I want to keep my code clean. It's because I want to keep the LLM's changes clean. I want to make sure that my changes are consistent. And so the way you want to think about it is if you want consistent things to happen, tell your LLM to use a single component or a single engine, a single script, a single function to do the same things over and over again throughout your application. Make sure it's not like a fragmented, you have one function and then a V2 of that same function. And, that gets into all sorts of weird messiness. The the goal here is that you want to have consistency for your LLM results and that your LLM isn't going to need to either spend extra tokens or miss something or has to catch itself or basically take extra time. So the whole point of refactoring isn't for the use of the human being reading the code or managing the code. It is so that the LLM can make consistent changes throughout your application. Cut. That's a good TikTok. That explains why you need to have some form of software principles because the software principles has new meaning. It's not that it's for cleaner code or having better management of the code. It's so that the LLM can make changes more efficiently and the LLM's not going to forget to make certain changes and the LLM can move faster. And then you, as a human, can manage your application better because you only need to make certain changes one time and not throughout your application. So that's why you want to have reusable components, reusable scripts, reusable functions, and yeah, look at that. Extracting into a reusable service. And when this is done, because right now it took the initiative to refactor everything, maybe it's listening to me, but I don't know. But I'm basically going to validate that it is indeed a single function that does the same thing. It does the uh, movie here, where I can generate a script from the movie while I'm in the movie screen. And then on the tweet and on the idea screens, I'm going to be able to generate the same exact thing. I'm going to have the same results because it's using the same function here, here, and here. Also, I need to do a local host because we have the changes locally. So movies, look at that. Tweet idea, generate from a source. Is it done? Okay, so it's, okay, you see that? This is perfect. Idea, perfect, right? It's the same as what we have here. New tweet is the same thing, right? Tweet, this row, same exact thing. It's identical. And then idea, title idea, 2 rows. We don't have a save, which is good because we're not really saving it. But yeah. So it's when this is done, when it's done writing the code, I want to validate and make sure that it is indeed reusing the same functions for the same things. Okay, so the way I want to validate this is I want to ask it a question. Does the idea and tweet screen use the same function as the movie screen? Simple question, and I'm asking, does this page and this page use the same function when I hit create movie with AI, create movie with AI? Does it do the same thing as if it's on this page? That's all I'm asking. And if it should just say yes. If it doesn't say yes, then we need to make modifications. But in general, I'm pretty sure this is going to say yes because that's what it said up here, explaining that it's using a shared core. Partially, okay. They share the core generation function, but go through different routes and hooks. Jesus, this is way too much. TLDR. Same core function, different routes and hooks. All three call the shared function. Great. So we're reusing the same function, but each has its own route and hook. Idea. Okay. Tweet logic is all okay. The same engine, different entry points. Okay. Do we need to do anything else? Nope. So this is good. And now I'm just going to test this. So, um, you know, X Claude dev. Claude devs. Claude devs hasn't posted. Okay, I need to log in. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this, right? And what I want to do now, I'm in the movies. I'm gonna go to tweet, copy and paste this in. 200 words, 10 scenes, tweet explainer. I'm just gonna do the free version. References, no references, generate script. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, stayed in the same movie, and now it's just generating my movie scenes. Great. So this should be pretty quick because I'm using the free tier. Give it a second, wait and see what happens. Okay, look at that. So I guess it's done. I should have stayed on the screen, but look, we have all this, and then now I'm just going to do it here. This should get me to movie 192 as such here. Perfect. And we have all this. We can look at the script. Perfect. There are assets. I need to, okay, so this basically works. So we're good. Commit. Okay, that's done. That was a lot faster. Yep. Script is here. Should be probably the same. And then now we can look at assets. And we should have two separate assets. Here we go. 1 minute ago, 2 minutes ago. Yep. So here, okay. Here we go. Committed. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to switch over to cursor just because it's faster. And then we're going to get that nice Composer 2.5. Okay. This is a weird red color. I don't like it. Okay, so here's the other thing I want to do. So these two came out great. It works. Now I have these assets. So when I create a new movie from a tweet, I have attached assets. The two reference images. I can also add more reference images. But anyway, what I want to do two things right now. One is when I click on this, I want to show the full image. So that's pretty straightforward. You know what's cool about cursor? It's a little it's a little like crowded, but here's what I'm gonna do. What is this? Design mode? Is that what it is now? Design mode? Okay, cool. Why is it taking so long? Asset not found. Do I have to log in on this? Is that what it is? Profile. Okay. That's weird. Can I actually go to this page without? Oh, dang. Okay. That's an interesting one. Okay. If you are not authenticated and you visit any of the routes, it should redirect you to the login screen. If you are not authenticated and you visit any of the routes, it should redirect you to the login screen. I'm surprised I don't have that in place. Oh, wait. I also want to use Composer Fast. Oh, here's a cool thing. Cycle fast. So you can actually make fast mode now by keyboard shortcut. Oh, no. What? What? Okay, I guess not. Cycle fast. Shift. Right? Shift, Command. Yeah, almost. Almost. It worked for like a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Um, is it done? Waiting for one command to finish. You see this? This is way too much text. There's no way I'm reading this. TLDR, TDLR, TLDR. Great. So that just did a day's worth of work in a couple seconds. So I'm just going to go assets. Hey, look at that. Back to sign in. Great. Um, okay. I'm going to authenticate. Okay. Okay. So we have assets, right? Back into assets. And there's two things I want to do here. One is simple. When I click on this, it should open the image in a modal. On the, and you know what? I'm going to use cursors, right? When I click on this, it should open the full image in a modal. Enter. Done. That's coding. That is AI software development. What I just did there is amazing. If you're not using this functionality in Cursor, especially if you're doing front end UI design of any kind, check it out. It is the design right here in the upper right hand corner. It's really tiny, but this is the most powerful tool for Cursor, hands down. Click on that, and then it basically just makes everything highlightable or selectable, super clean. And then you click on it and you just make modifications. And then when you're done, you just click X, clicking reference image now. Ta-da! You see that? Coolio. Now this image is a little weird because the tweet got cut off. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Okay, so that worked. Did it? Add some padding to the modal. Come on, cursor. You could have done that. That shouldn't have been an extra prompt. What? Okay, and the modal background should not be transparent. There we go. Tough to see on white backgrounds, but we'll live with that for now. Okay, that's good. Commit. So that's one functionality that's good.